Stop scrolling right now, because what just happened on SmackDown could change the entire landscape of WrestleMania, and if you're not furious, you're not paying attention. Jade Cargill is heading to Raw, and it's all because of Liv Morgan's WrestleMania decision. Let that sink in. The storm has crossed brands, and nobody is safe. On SmackDown, tension wasn't just in the air, it was choking the arena. Jade Cargill stood there like a force of nature, a walking reminder that dominance doesn't ask for permission. Ever since her arrival in WWE, comparisons have been non-stop. Is she the most explosive signing in recent history? Does she already feel bigger than the division she stepped into? Drop your answer in the comments right now. But this isn't just about presence. This is about power, control, leverage. Liv Morgan's WrestleMania decision sent shockwaves through both locker rooms. One choice, one name, one moment that forced Jade Cargill to make a move nobody saw coming. Raw is about to get a problem it didn't prepare for. Think about this. When was the last time a superstar from SmackDown made a cross-brand move this intense, this personal, this loaded with implications? We've seen brand warfare before. We've seen Survivor Series battles. But this feels different. This feels like a statement. Liv Morgan has built her entire resurgence around proving she belongs at the very top. She's scratched, clawed, reinvented herself. From underdog to unpredictable wildcard, Liv thrives when the pressure is suffocating. And now, with WrestleMania looming, she makes a decision that drags Jade Cargill directly into her orbit. Why would she do that? Is it confidence? Is it desperation? Or is it a calculated gamble knowing that Jade Cargill brings eyes, money, and chaos wherever she goes? Jade isn't walking into Raw quietly. She's not tiptoeing around egos. When she steps into that arena, she steps in like a headline. And Raw has its own dominant forces waiting. Imagine the stare-downs. Imagine the tension. Imagine the moment that music hits and the camera cuts to Liv Morgan's face. Go ahead, who do you think blinks first? Jade or Liv? SmackDown gave us the spark. The look in Jade's eyes said everything. This wasn't about brand loyalty. This wasn't about polite competition. This was about respect, about territory, about sending a message that WrestleMania isn't a playground for sentimental favorites. Liv Morgan made her choice. And choices have consequences. The question is whether Liv understands the magnitude of what she just set in motion. Jade Cargill isn't just another name on the card. She's a physical statement, a presence that shifts momentum with a single glare. When she plants someone into the mat, it feels final. It feels definitive. Can Liv outthink that kind of power? Can speed and unpredictability overcome raw dominance? And let's not ignore the bigger picture. WrestleMania isn't just another premium live event. It's the stage, the spotlight. The place where careers are either cemented forever or exposed beyond repair. If Jade Cargill marches into Raw and takes control of this narrative, Liv Morgan's gamble could backfire spectacularly. But what if that's exactly what Liv wants? What if dragging Jade into Raw is about forcing her into unfamiliar waters? Different locker room, different politics, different pressure. Sometimes the strongest warriors fall not because they're weak, but because the battlefield shifts beneath their feet. Would Jade Cargill dominate the Raw roster the same way she has dominated everywhere else? Or will Raw push back harder than she expects? SmackDown's highlight wasn't just the announcement. It was the energy shift, the realization that this isn't staying contained. The rivalry is expanding. WrestleMania just got unpredictable. Picture the contract signing. Picture the face-off. Picture the crowd split down the middle, chanting both names. That kind of reaction doesn't happen by accident. It happens when two forces collide at exactly the right moment. And here's the part that should make you angry. This entire situation could redefine who walks out of WrestleMania as the face of a division. Not next year. Not someday. Now. So ask yourself, is Liv Morgan brave for making this decision, or reckless? Is Jade Cargill stepping into Raw as the hunter, or walking straight into a trap? Sound off in the comments. I want to see real predictions. No fence-sitting. Because when Jade Cargill arrives on Raw, it won't just be a visit. It'll be an invasion. And if Liv Morgan thinks she can control what happens next, she might be underestimating the storm she just invited. WrestleMania's season just turned volatile. SmackDown lit the fuse. Raw is about to feel the explosion. And when the dust settles, only one of them will be able to say that the decision was worth it. Raw isn't ready for what's coming. The moment Jade Cargill's music hits on Monday night, the atmosphere is going to change. Not slightly, not gradually, instantly. Cameras will shake. Commentary will stumble over their words. And every woman in that locker room will feel it, that shift in gravity. Liv Morgan made her WrestleMania decision with conviction, but conviction doesn't stop impact. Jade Cargill doesn't just enter a division, she disrupts it. She doesn't ask where she fits. She forces the entire picture to rearrange around her. Think about the psychology here. Liv thrives in chaos. She thrives when she's doubted. Every time the odds stack against her, she leans into it. But this isn't just odds. This is a collision with a powerhouse who has built her aura around invincibility. Jade doesn't just win matches, she dominates them. Quick question for you. If this becomes a pure power versus resilience battle at WrestleMania, which style wins on the grandest stage? Comment power or heart right now. SmackDown's highlight wasn't just Jade announcing her journey to Raw. It was the subtle tension behind it. The tone in her voice. The look that screamed, "You asked for this." That wasn't a courtesy visit. That was a warning shot. And here's where it gets even more intense. Raw has its own politics, its own alliances, its own egos. Jade stepping into that environment because of Liv Morgan's decision means this rivalry is no longer isolated. It's layered, strategic, dangerous. What if Liv is baiting Jade into unfamiliar territory? What if she wants Jade out of her comfort zone before WrestleMania even arrives? We've seen mind games before. We've seen underdogs win by turning giants against themselves. But can you really outsmart someone who believes they're untouchable? Let's talk WrestleMania stakes. This isn't just about a match. This is about perception. Whoever walks out victorious doesn't just win a bout. They seize narrative control for the entire year. They become the conversation, the headline, the standard. And that's why this situation should fire you up. Because Liv Morgan's decision forced movement. It forced confrontation. It forced Jade Cargill to step onto enemy ground. That kind of boldness either creates legends or creates regrets. Another question for you. If Jade shows up on Raw and lays out a statement, maybe even takes out someone close to Liv, does that make Liv's decision look fearless or foolish? Drop your thoughts. Don't hold back. The intensity here isn't manufactured. You can feel it building. Social media is already buzzing. Fans are divided. Some believe Jade's physical dominance is inevitable. Others believe Liv's evolution into a smarter, sharper competitor is being underestimated. And let's be honest, underestimating Liv Morgan has backfired before. But underestimating Jade Cargill? That might be career-ending. Imagine the WrestleMania moment. The lights. The stage. The crowd roaring. Liv standing across the ring from Jade, knowing that she's the one who opened this door. Knowing that she invited this collision. There's something poetic about that, isn't there? You call your shot. You choose your opponent. You set the path. And then you have to live with it. Raw is about to become the battleground where this story intensifies. Every promo will matter. Every stare down will carry weight. Every physical exchange will feel like a preview of something explosive waiting to erupt at WrestleMania. And here's the truth. This could elevate both of them to another level. Rivalries like this define eras. They create unforgettable moments. But only if both competitors bring everything they have. So, I need your final prediction before we close this out. At WrestleMania, after all the mind games, after the brand crossover, after the tension reaches its breaking point, who stands tall? Jade Cargill, the unstoppable force marching into Raw to claim dominance. Or Liv Morgan, the risk-taker who turned one decision into the biggest spotlight of her career? Type the name you believe in. Back it up. Defend it. Because this isn't just a highlight from SmackDown anymore. This is a war declaration. And WrestleMania is waiting.